Hey everyone, Brian here, your honest mechanic. Today I want to talk about a common issue that many drivers face, getting new brakes that end up squeaking when braking slowly. I can't tell you how often customers came into my shop complaining about those irritating high-pitched squeaks and squeals when braking lightly with their brand new brake pads and rotors. While it can be concerning and downright annoying, in most cases, it is normal and will go away once the brakes are properly broken in after a few hundred stops. The cause typically comes down to improper initial bedding of the components. You see, new brake pads and rotors have very smooth surfaces that need to mate together through a process called bedding or burnishing. This requires heating up the components through moderate stops to transfer pad material evenly across the rotor surfaces. If that bedding period doesn't occur correctly, a few things can happen. Glazing is common, where the pads and rotors essentially become glassy and smooth from overheating too quickly. This prevents proper mating and conduction of vibrations that lead to squeaks. The material composition can also play a role. Many high-performance and rigid formula pads inherently squeak more until worn in to mesh cleanly with the rotor surface. Softer organic pads tend to avoid this, but compromise performance. Another factor is improperly fitted components. If the new pads are not precision-matched sets with the rotors, you may get inconsistencies in fitment and contact patches along the rotor face. This allows enough play and vibration to emit squeaks, especially at low speeds. I also see issues with hardware like caliper slides getting stuck without proper lubrication. This inhibits the pad's self-adjusting abilities against the rotor. All it takes is a little unevenness in pad seating or debris buildup to make some noise. Anti-rattle clips, shims, and dampener hardware wear over time too. Replacing just pads or just rotors instead of both components together commonly causes new brake squeaks due to uneven mating surfaces getting amplified through the system. That, along with poor installation like inaccurate torque specs, misalignments, and lack of lubrication on critical joints. So what can you do to cure new brake squeal? Here are my top tips. 1. Bed pads and rotors properly with a series of 8. 10 moderate stops from around 40 miles per hour down to 5 miles per hour. Allow components to fully cool between intervals to prevent glazing. 2. Double-check torque specs on calipers, slides, brackets, and make sure pistons are pressing evenly. 3. Lubricate critical contact points like caliper pins and brackets with high-temp brake lubricant. 4. Remove wheels and inspect for debris buildup or uneven deposits on rotors and pad backings. 5. Assess any damage or grooving of rotor surfaces. Resurface or replace. 6. Evaluate pad muffler shims and anti-rattle clips. Replace if worn or missing. If you follow that process, the squeak should dissipate within the first few days and 100 miles of driving. Give the surfaces a chance to mate cleanly. But if noises continue long-term, further inspection of your brake hardware and components may be needed by a professional. I hope those tips help explain and resolve the squeaks from new brake jobs. Let me know if you have any other questions. Thanks for watching.